We're here at the Godot Games stand at Spiel 2023 with Stefan. How are you doing, my man?
It's insane here, you know, there's so many people. Yesterday we were sold out at 1 p.m, so it's really, really nice, yeah.
Nice. How is the show going for you?
Absolutely amazing. You know, yesterday we released this game, and the feedback is really, really insane. You know, we have 2 gaming tables here. I hear the people screaming and having fun, so yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Best possible response is people screaming about your game, right?
100%. You know, it's a social game. You want to hear the people, right?
Absolutely. So what is it that we're actually showing off at this year's show?
Yeah, you know, it's Among Us inspired board game, of course, you know.
Yes.
It's a social deduction game for 4 to 8 players, completely language independent, so there's nothing to read. There are already 8 languages in the game, so it's really easy to get on the table. We played this with 10-year-old kids in school last year. They don't know board games, but they know Among Us, and they were instantly in the game, and they have the same lies and the same discussions as adults, so, which is insane, you know. Yeah, but you know, we are not in not in space here. We are in the Lovecraft universe here, so we are all good investigators, of course, and the cultists, the evil players, were already here before us, and they try to awake something evil. So, and we have 10 rounds or 10 hours to avoid this. So we try to get enough points out of the rooms, we try to find success cards, and then we can bring books to the shelf, and when the shelf is done, we get points for it. So pretty easy system. But of course it's not so easy, because the evil players will bring other cards into the rooms, you know? Something like with no effect or with sabotage, where you lose your progress and everything. So you must watch closely what's going on in the rooms. You can find one evil card, because it could be a starting card, but if you find a second card, you will know 100% someone would sabotage the room, right? Yeah. And so we are trying to get enough points, of course, or we can start a vote in the cafeteria, and we can vote out players if we think we know who's the evil guy. We can vote them out. You know, there's always a starting player in the game with a knife, and knife is power. So yeah, we have 2 counts in a vote. So maybe if we have 2 evil players in the game, and you know, they try to be the good ones, of course. But now we have 3 counts with a knife. Maybe we should start a vote, and maybe we can kill someone with the majority, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah, but of course, if someone is dead, this player becomes a ghost. But there's no player elimination. All players are in the game until the end of the game. Okay. But it's way more important what are the evil players doing in the game, right? You know, it's a game about killing, right? So of course they sabotage the rooms so that we will not get the points. That makes sense. But of course they also try to kill enough investigators so that they can win the game. But this is hard, tricky for a board game. You know, in the Among Us video game, I can kill a person. The person is silent, and the game continues, right? But in a board game, if I can kill you and all people look at me, that would be obvious, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it's a little bit tricky here. I can show it to you. Yeah, maybe I'm the cat. This is the promo character from the Spiel this year here at the booth, and maybe I want to go to this location here, so I can move 1, 2, 3. You know, there are 3 doors, 3 steps, pretty easy. But now those characters have an encounter, because they are 2 in the same room, right? So you know, you have hand cards. I give 1 hand card to the other player, to the pull stack, and this player will also give 1 to me. But I cannot see this card, and the other player cannot see his card, right? You know, I'm a good player, and you can trust me, right? Right. So I never kill a person in this situation. But evil players can kill in this situation. So now I'm dead, but I don't know it yet at the moment. You know, like in the Sixth Sense movie or in horror movies, ghosts have no clue what's going on. They think they are alive. So at the moment I'm dead, but I think I'm alive. I'm doing my stuff until someone will come and will check my pulse and say, hey, you are already dead. You know, if there's a third person in the room, there's no encounter, because you have a witness, right?
Of course.
But maybe you have an event and the power turns off, then you have a big encounter here, you know? So there's no safe zone in the game. There are always some little things that could change everything, okay? Yeah, but of course you want to check players if they are alive or dead, right? So maybe I can use the camera in the security room, or check a person in the same room, of course. So, and I can use the pull stack from the player. Of course, I will shuffle it, so I don't see when this player died. Yes. That would be boring, right? Yeah, of course. So I see, oh, this player is dead, and now this player becomes a ghost. Now we have a discussion, and the ghost can tell us, hey, I saw him and him, 2 encounters. Some of them must have killed me, right? And then they have problems, you know? Yeah. But of course, it's also possible that I will check another player, but I'm evil, you know? So I see, oh, he's dead. I can lie. They say, hey, you are still alive, don't worry, you know. I can ignore the dead body on the ground, I don't care.
You're talking to the ghost, you're fine, don't worry about it.
Exactly. You know, I saw my partner killed him, and I saw it and I give him an alibi, so and now we are fine, right? And of course you can check this, but you have not so much actions in the game, so this is a waste of time, of course. Double check, maybe not the best idea, right? This is sus, you know? Yeah, but of course you can also do actions like, maybe I want to check if he's alive, you know, but he had already an encounter with two characters, so I will go to him, and now we have an encounter. I will give him the dead card, and now I see, you're dead. One of them should have killed him, right? So this is a self-report, you know. Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah, you know, if you're becoming a ghost in the game, you are still in the game, but ghosts have no encounters. So if you're finding a cultist, an evil player, and you can vote him out, he can't kill anymore. So you can really try hard to give them more make it harder for them, right? Yeah.
What we found is, because we played this last week, Simon, I want to say last week, and we all had a great time with it. It was actually quite useful to have one early discovered ghost player.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no encounters with them, right? It makes moving around way easier.
Yeah. You know, you have three movement steps, but as a ghost, you have infinite movement. You can go through walls and everything. You know, you are really good for your team. But of course, all cultists will see, there's already one ghost. You know, because if you have one cultist in the game, you know who's dead. I killed you. You know. But with two cultists, you don't know if your partner killed other guys, you know. If I'm a good guy and I'm a good investigator, I will always say, if you have an encounter, I will check this and with the camera, of course, in this round. I will not do it, but I can bluff, you know. And so they are sweating and they will not do anything in this round because they fear that I will find them, right? So you can do lots of mind games in the game to trick everyone. Yeah.
So this was a Kickstarter game, was it? A crowdfunded game, and it's now been or is in the currently being fulfilled to backers, and is available now to buy at Spiel over this weekend, right?
Exactly. Since yesterday, we sell the game. Most of our backers got their games in September. This was also exactly the way we planned this. So, you know, after 6 months, this is always pretty tough.
Yes.
But we did it, and I think in America the games are in Texas or something, but they will arrive pretty soon. Yeah.
And there are a couple of expansions available with it as well.
Yeah, sure. You know, it's lots of a board game, social deduction game, not just about talking. You know, it's also about your own actions, your own movements, and everything. So it makes more sense to bring more maps to the game, right? Yes, sure. So, like in Among Us, we have different maps where you have different things to do. Maybe you are in the mountains with a revolving door, or with elevators or something like that. You do some things that will change, you know, the completely atmosphere and the variety of the game, of course. And there are lots of hidden roles. You know, you can add more for more complexity, or you're doing less, you can still have a great game without roles, of course, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that I like about the game is as you're giving pulse cards out, you're making people look more suspicious.
Yeah, 100%. You know, most of the players don't kill, right?
Yes.
But every time a player has an encounter, I don't try. I think, oh no, so many people are already dead. But sometimes they are not.
Yeah.
I saw games that people check each other all the time, and they lost because they don't get the points, right? Yeah. There was no one dead at the table, but they don't get any points. So yeah,
it's really cool. It's a really tricky little puzzly social deduction game. I'm really happy for your success. I think it's fantastic. And if you want a copy, come grab it now at the Godot Games stand. And if you want to see more content and you want to see our review of this game, please check out the YouTube channel and listen to the podcast at Board Stupid UK. Stefan, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.